My fiancé said, I hired a private investigator to follow you. Cost $3,000 from our wedding fund, but worth it. I'd been planning her surprise bachelorette party. I responded, find anything interesting. Then I called the PI company, got copies of everything she'd requested, and showed them to her parents who were contributing $50,000 to the wedding. When they called her for an emergency budget meeting, I, 31 male, got home from work Wednesday around 6 p.m. My fiancé, 28, was sitting at the kitchen table with a manila folder in front of her, smiling. That weird smile people get when they think they've caught you doing something. We need to talk, she said. Cool. Great opening. Okay, she slid the folder across the table. I hired a private investigator to follow you for the past 2 weeks. I just stared at her. You what? A PI, professional surveillance, cost $3,000 from our wedding fund, but it was absolutely worth it to know the truth. Opened the folder. Photos of me, meeting with her best friend at coffee shops, outside a spa, at 3 different wineries, my phone records, timestamps, detailed notes about everywhere I'd been. Want to explain yourself? She asked, arms crossed, full prosecutor mode. Here's the thing. I'd been planning her surprise bachelorette party. Her best friend and I had been coordinating the whole thing for 6 weeks. Spa weekend booked, fancy restaurant reserved, wine tour scheduled, 8 of her friends flying in from different states, deposits paid. Total cost so far, $4,200 of my own money. And she'd hired a PI. Find anything interesting? I asked. You've been meeting with my best friend 6 times. You went to a spa twice. You've contacted multiple venues. You've made probably 20 phone calls to businesses I don't recognize. So yeah, talk. I could have explained right then, shown her the itinerary, the booking confirmations, the whole surprise, but she'd spent $3,000 of our money to have me followed. Didn't ask me what I was doing, didn't trust me, just hired someone. I'm not explaining anything, I said. Her smile dropped. Excuse me? You heard me. You're seriously not going to tell me what you've been doing? Nope. Are you kidding right now? You hired a PI instead of just asking me. That tells me everything I need to know about your trust in me. I had reasons to be suspicious. What reasons? Name one thing I've done in 4 years that would make you think I'd cheat. She sputtered. You were being secretive. You were always on your phone. You were meeting my best friend behind my back. So your solution was spend $3,000 without telling me? It's our money. I can spend it if I need to. On what? A PI without discussion? I needed to know the truth. The truth about what? Me going to spas? Very suspicious. Real smoking gun. She stood up. Don't mock me. You've been sneaking around for weeks. What else was I supposed to think? That maybe, just maybe, I wasn't cheating? That maybe there was another explanation? Then tell me the explanation. No. She grabbed the folder, slammed it on the table. Fine, keep your secrets, but this report says you and my best friend have been planning something, and I will find out what. Cool. Good luck with that. Went to the bedroom. She followed, yelling about trust and communication and how dare I turn this around on her. Slept in the guest room. Barely slept. Next morning I called the PI company before work. Invoice was right there in her folder with the company name and phone number. Hi, this is regarding case number 4482. I'm the subject of the surveillance. I'd like copies of everything. Sir, that's confidential. I'm the person who was followed. Don't I have a right to know what was reported about me and what my fiancé told you to look for? Let me transfer you to our supervisor. Supervisor came on. Mr. Name. Yes, under state privacy laws, surveillance subjects can request their files. There's a $175 processing fee. What do I get? Complete intake forms, all reports, all photos, and the client's initial statement of concern. Her statement of concern, the one where she told you why she wanted me followed? Yes, sir. I'll pay $300 if you can have it ready in 2 hours. We can do that. Picked it up at lunch. Full file. Every photo. Every note. Every timestamp. Phone records she'd somehow obtained. We were on a family plan through her dad, probably how she got them. And the intake form. The one where she'd explained why she wanted me followed. Suspect fiancé is having an affair with my best friend name. They've been meeting in secret multiple times per week. Suspect they're planning to leave together before the wedding. Need photographic evidence to confront him and possibly take legal action. Also concerned about financial infidelity. Suspect he's spending our money on her. She thought I was running away with her best friend. That I was stealing money to do it. I sat in my car reading every word. She'd paid extra for intensive surveillance, including financial tracking. They'd tracked my credit card purchases, the spa visits, the winery deposits, the restaurant reservations, all for her party, and she thought I was cheating. Called her parents from my car. They live 20 minutes away. Hey, it's me. Do you have time tonight? Something important came up about the wedding. Oh no, what happened? Her mom sounded worried. I'd rather explain in person. Could I come by around 7? Of course. Is everything okay? Not really. See you at 7. My fiancé texted me around 3. We need to finish our conversation. Not today. Or yesterday. You don't get to just walk away from this. Watch me. Her, where are you? Me, work. You're lying. Your location is off. Because I turned it off. Her, why? Because you had me followed by a PI. You don't get location access anymore. You're being childish. Didn't respond. Finished work. Drove to her parents' house for 7 p.m. They invited me in. Living room. Coffee already made. They were good people. Traditional. Fair. They'd been nothing but kind to me for 4 years. So what's going on? Her dad asked once we sat down. Your daughter hired a private investigator to follow me for 2 weeks. Cost $3,000 from our wedding fund. Silence. Her mom's coffee cup stopped halfway to her mouth. I'm sorry. What? Her dad put the full PI report on their coffee table. This, she thought I was having an affair with her best friend, thought I was planning to run away with her before the wedding, so she hired someone to follow me. Her mom picked up the report, started reading. Her expression went from confused to shocked to horrified. This says she suspected you of financial infidelity? Yep. Thought I was spending our money on another woman. Were you? Her dad. Direct question. Fair. No, I was planning her surprise bachelorette party. Spa weekend. Wine tour. Fancy dinner. 8 of her friends flying in. I've spent $4,200 of my own money so far on deposits and bookings. Her mom closed the report. Oh my God. Yeah, so her surprise is ruined. But more importantly, she spent $3,000 of our money without telling me. Money that you've been contributing to. I thought you should know. Her dad leaned back, looked at his wife, that silent married people communication. How much have we contributed so far? He asked. $30,000 of the $50,000 we promised. And she used some of it to hire a private investigator. Correct. Her mom was still reading the intake form. She told them you were stealing money? That you were leaving her? That's what she believed, despite 4 years of me being faithful, committed, and present. They both looked sick. There's something else, I said. I'm reconsidering the wedding. What? Her mom. I can't marry someone who trusts me so little that she'd hire a PI instead of just asking me what I was doing. This isn't about the money. It's about what this says about our foundation. Her dad nodded slowly. I understand that. I'm not saying it's definitely off, but it might be. I wanted you to know before you made your final payment. If we cancel, you'll lose whatever deposits we've made. We appreciate you telling us, he said. We'll need to discuss this. One more thing. I have a copy of everything if you want it. The surveillance photos, the reports, her statement of concern, all of it. Her mom looked at the folder. Email it to us. We'll need to talk to her. She doesn't know I'm here. She's about to, her dad said grimly. Left their house at 8:30, got home at 9. My fiancé was pacing in the living room. Where the hell have you been? Out. Where? Meeting with your parents. Her face went white. What? Why? To discuss the wedding budget, specifically the $3,000 you spent hiring a PI. You told them? Yep, showed them the full report too, including your intake form where you said I was stealing money and running away with your best friend. You had no right. It's their money you spent. They needed to know how you used it. Her phone started ringing. Her mom. She declined it. Rang again immediately. Her dad. Declined. You better answer that, I said. Don't tell me what to do. Third call. Her mom again. She finally answered. I couldn't hear her mom's side, but I heard hers. It's not what it sounds like. I can explain. He was being suspicious. I had every right to. That's not fair. You weren't there. You don't understand. You're taking his side? Shihan. She hung up, looked at me with pure fury. They want me to come over now, thanks a lot. You did this, not me. I was protecting myself. From what, a surprise party? I didn't know it was a party. Because you didn't ask. And ruin the surprise? How convenient. There's no surprise anymore. You hired a PI and saw me planning it, so congratulations, you ruined your own party. She grabbed her keys. We're not done. Yeah, we are. She left. Slammed the door hard enough to rattle the frame. I called her best friend. We have a massive problem. Update 1. My fiancée spent 4 hours at her parents' house. Came home after midnight, eyes red from crying. My parents are cutting their contribution from $50,000 to $20,000. I looked up from my laptop. Why? Why? Because you told them about the PI. Because you made me look terrible. I showed them how you spent money they'd contributed. They made their own decision. They said I showed profound poor judgment and financial irresponsibility, and they can't trust me with their money anymore. Well, you did. This is your fault. You turned them against me. I showed them facts, that's all. We can't afford the wedding now. The venue is $22,000. The caterer is $8,000. The photographer is $3,500. We're $13,000 short. Then we'll postpone or scale down. Or you could fix this. Tell them it was a misunderstanding, that you overreacted. I didn't overreact. You hired a PI to follow me because you thought I was stealing money to run away with your best friend. She sat down. Hard. I was scared. You don't understand what it's like to worry that someone's cheating. You're right, I don't, because I trusted you. That's not fair. Life's not fair. You taught me that when you spent $3,000 on surveillance. The next morning, her sister called. Early. 7 a.m. What the hell did you do to her? Good morning to you too. Don't get cute, she's devastated. My parents are furious with her. The wedding's falling apart. This is your fault. How is her hiring a PI my fault? You embarrassed her. You ran to mommy and daddy and tattled. I informed them how their money was being spent. You're splitting up our family over this. I'm not splitting anything. Your sister made a choice. Now she's dealing with consequences. She made a mistake. A $3,000 mistake that showed she thinks I'm a thief and a cheater. You were acting shady. I was planning a party. Well, she didn't know that. Right, because hiring a PI is more reasonable than asking a question. She hung up on me. That afternoon, my fiancée came home with her sister and her mom. Intervention time. Sit down, her sister said. We need to talk. No thanks, I'm good. Sit down. This is my apartment. Don't tell me what to do in my own home. Her mom stepped forward. Please, just hear us out. Fine. Sat on the couch. They sat across from me. My fiancée looked miserable. Her sister started, You're being cruel and unreasonable. She made one mistake and you're punishing her for it. She spent $3,000 to have me followed. Because you were being secretive. So that justified hiring a PI? In this day and age, with men cheating left and right? Yes. I'm not other men. Her sister leaned forward. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to apologize to her. You're going to call my parents and tell them you overreacted. You're going to help fix this mess. And then we're all going to move forward. I looked at her. Looked at my fiancée. Looked at her mom. No. Excuse me? No, I'm not doing any of that. You're being a child. I'm being someone who won't marry a person who doesn't trust me. My fiancée started crying. Please, I'm sorry, I messed up. I should have just asked you, but you can't throw away 4 years over this. You threw them away when you hired the PI. That's not fair. Her sister again. She was scared. She was protecting herself. From what? Me being faithful? Her mom finally spoke. What would it take for you to reconsider? Honestly, I don't think there is anything. She fundamentally doesn't trust me. How do I marry someone who thinks I'm capable of what she accused me of? She didn't accuse you of anything. Her sister. I pulled out my phone, read from the PI intake form I'd photographed. Suspect fiancé is having an affair with my best friend. Suspect they're planning to leave together before wedding. Suspect financial infidelity and misuse of wedding funds. Looked at her sister. That's not an accusation? Her sister's face went red. Where did you get that? The PI company. I requested my file. I'm entitled to it as the subject of surveillance. You have no right. Actually, I have every right. State privacy laws. Look it up. Her mom looked at my fiancé. You told them he was stealing money? My fiancé was full on sobbing now. I didn't know. You thought I was stealing from you, I said, to run away with your best friend after 4 years together. That's what you thought of me. Her mom stood up. We should go. Mom. My fiancé. No, he's right. You went too far. We should leave. They left. My fiancé stayed, crying on the couch. I'll fix this, she kept saying. I'll make it right. You can't. I can. Just tell me how. There's no how. It's done. She looked up. Mascara everywhere. You're calling off the wedding? Probably. I need time to think. How much time? Don't know. Week, maybe 2. The wedding's in 3 months. Then I better decide soon. That night, her best friend called me. Okay, so I heard about the PI thing and holy crap. Yeah, she thought we were running away together. Yeah, that's insane. You're like my brother. Tell her that. Oh, I will. But listen, about the bachelorette party, probably not happening. She doesn't know about it yet. Nope. Still thinks I was doing something else. Are you gonna tell her? Eventually. Maybe, if I don't call off the wedding first. You're seriously considering it? I'm seriously considering it. Damn, okay. Well, for what it's worth, I think you're handling this really well. Better than most people would. Thanks. That means something. Update 2 week 2. Things escalated. My fiancé started a group text with my parents, my brother, her parents, her siblings, basically everyone. I need to explain what happened and why my name is threatening to cancel our wedding. Then she gave her version. Yes, she'd hired a PI. But only because I'd been incredibly suspicious for weeks. She'd been concerned I was having an affair. When the PI report came back inconclusive, she'd asked me to explain myself and I refused. I'd then run to her parents to turn them against her. I'd humiliated her in front of her family and was now holding the wedding hostage. My mom called me. Please tell me this is exaggerated. Told her everything. The real story, the bachelorette party, the intake form, all of it. Oh, that poor stupid girl. Mom, no, I'm serious. She hired a PI while you were planning a surprise party? That's almost impressive in how badly she messed up. Yeah, are you really canceling? Thinking about it. Good, you should. Mom, I'm serious. If she doesn't trust you now, she never will. You want to spend your life being accused of cheating every time you're 5 minutes late? No, then you know what to do. That night, my fiancé's dad called me directly. Can we meet? Just us? Met him at a bar near my office the next day. He ordered whiskey. I got a beer. My daughter's a mess, he said. I know. Her mother and I have been talking a lot about this whole situation. Okay. We don't think you're being unreasonable. I looked at him. Really? Really? What she did was... He shook his head. I don't know what she was thinking. Hiring a PI? Spending that money? Accusing you of theft? It's insane. Thank you for saying that. But I need to tell you something about her first boyfriend. What about him? He cheated on her. Badly, with her college roommate. She found them in her own bed. I knew about that. What you might not know is that he'd been acting exactly like you were. Secretive. Always on his phone. Meeting the roommate behind her back. The signs were identical. Oh, so when she saw you doing the same things, she thought history was repeating itself. I finished. Yes. We sat in silence. Does that excuse what she did? He asked. No, but it explains it. For what it's worth, her mother and I have told her she needs serious therapy. Individual, maybe couples. We've offered to pay for it. What'd she say? She wants to fix things with you first. There might not be things to fix, he nodded. I understand, and I don't blame you. We finished our drinks. He paid, shook my hand. Whatever you decide, you've been good to our family, to her. You deserve better than this. Got home that night to find my fiancé's sister waiting outside my apartment, arms crossed, furious. We need to talk. No, we don't. Yes, we do. You're destroying my sister. Your sister destroyed herself. She made a mistake. One mistake, and you're crucifying her for it. Hiring a PI isn't a mistake. It's a choice. A deliberate one that cost $3,000 and revealed what she really thinks of me. What she thinks is that men can't be trusted. And you're proving her right. How? By being cold, by refusing to forgive, by holding this over her head. I'm not holding anything over her head. I'm making a decision about my future. You're being selfish. Selfish? I spent $4,200 planning a party for her, while she spent $3,000 having me investigated. Who's selfish? The sister got in my face. You know what? She's better off without you. Look how you're acting. You're cold, you're mean, you're unforgiving. She dodged a bullet. Then we agree on something. Now get away from my door. Make me. I'll call the cops. For what? Harassment, trespassing, take your pick. She left, but not before yelling that I'd regret this, and I was making a huge mistake. Inside, I sat on my couch, texted my brother. I think I'm done. You calling it off? Yeah. Good. Want me to come over? Nah, I'm good. You're not good, but you will be. Friday afternoon, I called my fiancée. Come to the apartment tonight, 7 p.m., we need to talk. She arrived exactly at 7, sat on the couch. I sat in the chair across from her. I can't marry you. She started crying immediately. Please don't say that. I have to. You don't trust me, and I can't spend my life proving myself to someone who thinks I'm a liar and a cheat. I don't think that. I was just scared. You thought I was stealing money to run away with your best friend. I was wrong. I was stupid, but we can fix this. How? You'll always be waiting for me to cheat. Always suspicious, always checking. That's not a marriage. That's a prison. I won't. I'll work on it. Therapy, whatever you want. It's too late. She got on her knees. Actually on her knees. Please, I love you. I'll do anything. Anything. Then let me go. I can't. You have to. She sobbed. I didn't move, didn't comfort her. Just sat there. What about the deposits? She finally asked. The venue, everything? We'll lose most of it. That's thousands of dollars. Yeah, it is. And you don't care? I care about not marrying someone who hired a PI to follow me. So that's it? 4 years. Just over? Just over. She stood up, wiped her face. You're gonna regret this. Maybe, but I doubt it. When you're alone, when you realize what you threw away, I didn't throw it away, you did. She left, slammed the door. I sat there for an hour, then called the venue. Hi, this is about booking number 47221. I need to cancel. Final update. Canceling a wedding's expensive, really expensive. Venue lost $8,000 deposit. Caterer lost $3,000 deposit. Photographer lost $1,500 deposit. DJ lost $500 deposit. Florist lost $800 deposit. Total lost $13,800. My ex-fiancée tried to make me pay all of it. You're the one who called it off. You hired a PI. I know that. Stop bringing it up. No. We eventually split it. I paid $7,000. She paid $1,600. Still hurt, but fair. Had to call everyone. Guests, family, friends. Wedding's off. Sorry for the inconvenience. Some people asked why. I told the truth. She hired a PI to follow me while I planned her surprise party. Reactions were mixed. Her family, I was cruel and unforgiving. My family, I dodged a bullet. Mutual friends, split about 50-50. Lost some friends over it. People who thought I should have forgiven her, that everyone makes mistakes, that love means second chances. But kept the ones who mattered. The ones who said, dude, that's messed up, and you made the right call. Her best friend called me a week after everything finalized. I'm sorry for all of it. Not your fault. I feel responsible. If I hadn't helped you plan the party, then I wouldn't have known she'd hire a PI the first time I acted suspicious. Better to know now than after marriage. That's a good point, actually. How is she? Not great. Moved back in with her parents. Seeing a therapist finally. Her mom insisted. Good, she needs it. Her sister's telling everyone you were abusive. Of course she is. For what it's worth, nobody believes her. Well, not nobody, but most people don't. Thanks for telling me. Yeah. And hey, if you need a friend, I'm around. I know this is weird, but we were friends before you and her got together. I'd like that. Month after the breakup, my brother dragged me to a party. Didn't want to go, but he insisted. Met someone, graphic designer, funny, smart. Told her the whole PI story on our second date because better to get it out there. She laughed. That's wild. Did you ever tell her about the party? Eventually, after we split, she didn't believe me at first. What'd you do? Showed her the booking confirmations, the deposits, the itinerary, all of it. How'd she react? Cried. Said she'd ruined everything, that she'd destroyed the best thing in her life. Had she? Yeah, she had. We kept seeing each other, took it slow, trust issues on both sides, she'd been cheated on too. But we worked through it, talked about everything. No secrets, no surveillance. 6 months after the breakup, I ran into my ex at a coffee shop. She looked thinner, tired, saw me and froze. Hi, how are you? Good, you? Better. Therapy's helping. Good. Awkward silence. I'm sorry, she said, for everything. I ruined us. Yeah, you did. Could we try again? No, why not? I'm better now. I've worked on my trust issues. I'm not the same person. Maybe not, but I'm not interested in finding out. She nodded, tears in her eyes. You're seeing someone? Yeah. Is it serious? Getting there. I hope she knows how lucky she is. I'm the lucky one. Left her there. Finished my coffee. Went home to my apartment. My small, perfect, drama-free apartment. Life moved on. My ex got married eventually. Heard about it through mutual friends. Some accountant. Quick engagement. Vegas wedding. Ironic. Me? Still with the graphic designer. 2 years now. Talking about moving in together. No PI necessary. Just communication. Trust. Basic respect for each other. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I'd forgiven her. If we'd gone through with the wedding. If I'd spent my life proving I wasn't cheating. Then I remember. She spent $3,000 to have me followed. While I was planning her surprise party, with her best friend's help, some decisions make themselves. Best $7,000 I ever lost.